Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we were discussing what the killer would have done to wash off the blood. The shower room was out of order, however, there was all of that water in the drinks cabinet. If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Like bottled water. Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible it was a squall, the seat, and no, it was the drinks inside the fridge.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh. Here she comes.
In theory, but that's impossible.
No, it's not, because there was water.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand.
Oh yeah, it was a load of juices and like things with colours after the water got used, but
that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Okay, rebuttal showdown. We want the trash can.
It's true there were drinks.
Ooh.
In the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking one bottle drink wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Okay.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles. There were only flavored drinks with colored. If you use those to wash, the blood won't come off and your body will get sick. It will leave an aromatic smell too. Especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion.
Adam fucked it. Could it be that first allegation was intended to lead to this outcome? But I should have evidence to use against her argument now.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavors. If you use those, the blood won't come off and your body it will leave an aromatic smell too. Especially if you used that alone would raise suspicion.
Could it be that first allegation was intended to... Oh, okay.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks. If you use those, the blood won't come off and your body it will leave an air. Especially if you used a lot, that alone would raise suspicion.
It has to be the trash can.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks with colored dots. If you use those to wash the blood won't come off in your body, it will leave an aromatic, especially if you use the lot.
I know where
that
I'm
alone
going
would
wrong.
raise suspicion.
I know what I'm doing. I forgot the controls. It's the click. It's the click for the super chop. I forget. Sorry, I'm being a dunce.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words!
As soon as I can remember the controls, I know what I'm doing, but...
No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
By the time you were finished...
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner!
Oh, Mikan being forceful for once.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Is it bad? I'm just like, what was the brand? Was it Sparkling Justice? I'm not gonna let that go. That sounds like a brand of mineral water. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
I'm gonna keep saying this. What is your end game? You're fighting to protect each other. I can see that. They're both trying to defend the other, but one of you is going to die, no matter which way this goes.
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Pecco. Oh, I love you. Thank you for taking that bitch out, but I have to do this. I'm so sorry.
You're the only one! Pecco. Is it you?
Hey! What are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer!
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something!
Here's the thing, I'm waiting. I know she's gonna chuck Sparkling Justice in here at some point. She wouldn't have asked Sonia for details if she didn't plan on memorizing them for later use, and I'm just like, I can't tell if she's gonna try defending herself and then bringing it up, or I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it.
Hold on, you bastard!
And here he comes to the rescue.
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
And he's trying to provide a cover. What's going on with you two? I want to know!
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
That would be impossible because she said she arrived at Chandler Beach and walked up, and you walked away from the diner. No.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
No, you're contradicting what she said.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay any attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
He did. His emotions are getting the better of him.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
And that's gonna be the final nail in the coffin because she's the only one who could. Because she's the only one who has something that could act as a stepladder. The sword.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
And he clearly cares about Peko a great deal.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
At this stage, I'm wondering if they're boyfriend and girlfriend and just in a secret relationship. It's gotta be something to that level. This goes beyond, like, best friends. Like, I don't know.
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
The key to it is right on your back, love.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what it is. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening. It would be the small window.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Littering is not allowed. Let us coexist with this island's bountiful nature in mutual prosperity.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
The one they carry with them at all times.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
Yeah, if they threw it away. But she hasn't thrown it away.
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
In the bag on her back.
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
What the That is weirdly protective. Has Peko been nice to Hiyoko? I can't remember.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So, the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere, in plain sight. If that's the case. Focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. Okay, what's this? Hangman's Gambit. Oh, okay, this. No, oh, fuck. I'm just... If I'm being honest, okay, that's destroy. I know. We need a B. That's the problem, we need a B. Aha, there's a B. Just wait. Oh, you hoe. Oh, please. I would like an O. Okay. And the S is gone. Oh, how dare. But I'm getting confused. I'm getting confused here. Ah. And now a D. That's all we need is a D. Come on, D. Would like. That's an R. D, there we go.
I got it! Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right?
The left and right clicks get me. Because I get very confused with my right and my left. You'll have probably noticed every time I get instructions, I always go right, left. And you can't see this, but I always hold up my right hand to indicate right and left. So it's having to do them in very quick succession. It throws me off. Something fierce.
If I recall correctly, you had it then too.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool?
Mm-hmm. Using the hand. I just dinged my mic. I apologize if you heard that. But yeah, using the... If it looks how I think it looks, I'm not all too familiar with bamboo swords, but you'd assume it would have like a handguard thing. You just step up onto that.
You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily!
Akane did say! And Hajime completely brushed her off.
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Aha! Okay, that's cool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
And Sonia's getting horny for Japanese shit. Oh, good for you, Sonia.
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
This is a little late. I would like to refute the ninjas only exist in Japan. England has its own ninja. I think he's called Kevin. Apparently he trained in Japan and he mostly fights foxes. It's one of the most English, British bullshit things I've ever seen, but he's here. He's here doing ninja shit and scaring kids or whatever.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the panic talk action. No. Tell me this wasn't. I don't want this to be the thing I thought it was. Oh, shit. No, it is! No, I don't want to do this. Fuck you, game. I don't want this. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. From this point on, you will be able to use Fever Time by pressing the space key during PTA. When Fever Time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. It's all left with this, I'm pretty sure. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. Aww. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
And it's for Hiko who jumps in. Oh.
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword?
It's in a bag, dude.
It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass.
No, she could have hooked it. She could have just tied it to a bag and then pulled it up.
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
'Cause he loves her. It's so fucking obvious.
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Hiko, why? Why are you... Oh god. Was it F1 to review the controls?
Got proof, you bastard?
Is it S? Okay. Okay, so lock on is left mouse, final strike is left mouse, reload / final strike is tab. Okay.
I'll sell your fucking organs! That's obviously impossible! You're pissing me off! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut, bastard! Don't fuck with me! You're
Why have you
pissing
done
me
this?
off! Got proof, you bastard? That's
should not be able to
obviously
do
impossible! Bastard!
I'm trying!
Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! Don't fuck with me! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! That's obviously impossible! You're pissing me off! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would—
This is the end!
And now I can breathe! Oh my god!
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag.
Boom!
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her,
She would have left no evidence behind. Also this is still very fan-servicey and oh god.
she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
No! You just back off!
What now, Peko? What now?
Is it true? Did you really kill Makino?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard!
It's fine.
Oh.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Here's the thing, I do think it was Peko. I think it was Peko. She's the only person it makes sense. Like, logically, it all adds up to her. Fuyuhiko was clearly involved. He might have set things up, but the killing and the escape, that could only have been done by Peko. That could only have been done by her. Well, I mean, technically speaking, the killing could have been Fuyuhiko, but the fact that she was the one who was covered in blood, she was the one who, you know, waited with Hiyoko and, you know, climbed out the window and all of that. Like, if Fuyuhiko had struck the killing blow, he would have gotten some blood on him. And there was none. There wasn't even a little bit of blood splatter. I imagine the majority of blood that Peko had on it, it was probably from dragging the body. However, there still would have been some blood splatter from bopping her on the head. So, like, the fact that there was no blood on Fuyuhiko means it can't have been him. He had to have left before Mahiru's body was propped up against the door. Like, it has to be Peko. But the fact that she's like, yeah, it was me. Hurry up and vote. Do it. Vote for me. Vote for me. I don't know what the fuck she's planning. She's planning something. She has a something up her sleeve, but I don't... If she's the killer, then I don't know what she's thinking. I just have no idea what she is thinking.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right?
I mean, Mahiru was involved. She was an accomplice of her boyfriend's sister. Did I say that correctly? Like her boyfriend's sister. That's the only thing I can think of right now. They have to be in love. Like, I don't know what else it could possibly be, but like her lover's sister was killed and Mahiru was an accomplice to that death. I think she's gonna pull out sparkling justice, but that's the connection I would draw.
Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question.
Oh. I think something crazy is about to happen. So you know what? I'm gonna end this episode off right here. In the next one, are we gonna get sparkling justice? I don't think she is sparkling justice, but Peko, what is your plan, Peko? The fuck are you doing? But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Danganronpa.